Moviesucktastic is a podcast about bad movies and the people that love them. But it's more than just a podcast, it's also an online presence. If you want to know more about Moviesucktastic or want to become a part of Moviesucktastic, you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Twitter at Moviesucktastic, you can find our blog at boothreviews.blogspot.com, or if you want to give your own reviews that we might use on the show, you can go to reviews.moviesucktastic.com and check out our own little lunch.com community for Moviesucktastic. Check us out and become a part of the show, because the only thing more fun than a bad movie is sharing it.
We need to redo that opening.
I definitely do.
There's like 2 things in there that we don't even do anymore.
Yeah, right? Lunch.com? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Strong personalities.
You're being passive-aggressive. No, you are so infuriated.
Please stop yelling.
I'm not yelling. Oh, it's perfect.
Do you love it?
I wanted to tell you. Thank you.
Lady Bird, rated R, now playing in select theaters.
You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
Dude, no! Oh! Furthermore, you can all go fuck yourselves.
That's my opening.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Yes, we need to redo that opening. I think it's time.
Yeah. I think you and I need to both like revisit the opening and just like tweak it a bit.
I think so.
I keep meaning to go in and like add movies that we reviewed. And I think last time I did it, I came close, but I got lazy at the end. I'll admit it, because we've never reviewed Dolls, and I have that in there like twice.
You do.
I do.
And you know what?
It's a great fucking movie.
It is. And every time I watch your opening, I just think to myself, when the fuck are we going to get a Blu-ray copy of Action Mutante? Like, when the fuck? Right? When the fuck is everything else is going Blu-ray 4K at this point? And the best we got is shitty DVD on that.
Forget Action Mutante, Day of the Beast.
Day of the Beast
fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They got none of this. What's holding it? What's holding them back?
How weird is this? My stepdaughter, my younger stepdaughter, she's 18. She last week she says to me, "Hey Scott, you want to watch the Child's Play series with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Did you watch them on your Plex or my Plex?
No. I downloaded them all. I only had like the first 2 when she said that, so I grabbed the rest of them because honestly, I haven't seen any past 3, and I don't remember any past 1.
I haven't seen any past 2, and I'm the same way. I don't really remember 2 at all. I just remember the opening that he's in there's a doll factory, and it's making more Chucky dolls.
Yeah,
and
he does like a voodoo thing, and he puts his body into one.
Right,
yeah.
And he goes to what is the kid? He's like a teenager now, and he's in like military school or some shit.
That's part 3.
Is that part 3?
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Now,
get my sequels mixed up. Maybe I did. Maybe I haven't seen hardly anything of part 2 except that opening.
I think this is important to bring up on the show.
Okay.
Because I'm 44, going on 45. I'm pretty sure. Number wise, I'm almost positive I'm 44. Am I 44?
You were born in 73. You just
Right.
you just turned 44.
It's September 2017, right?
You're halfway to 45.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
44. All right. I'm not 45 yet. I lost count after 20, so fuck me.
Because I'm halfway to 42.
My 18-year-old stepdaughter is like fascinated with 80s shit, which is fucking insane. I mentioned it last episode. I'm going to bring it up now because I have the specific name. It's called Dead Meat. It's a YouTube video. It's a YouTube channel on YouTube.
Okay.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I'm still drunk. And it features the kill count. They do horror films with the kill count. They did fucking Thanksgilling.
Did they really?
Yeah. Now this guy.
I have a daughter. Call her.
Call her. That fucking film was still the best. This guy, 80% of these people that are on YouTube, I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
From PewDiePie on down. This guy that does Dead Meat, I don't have his name in front of me, but this channel's called Dead Meat. He not only does the kill counts, he's like cool. When the minute I saw him, I was like, I'm gonna hate this fucking guy. I actually like him. He does his research. He knows what he's fucking talking about. So when he talks about these horror films from the 80s, he gives real information about them.
Wow. Okay.
Like
cool.
down to like screenwriters, special effects artists, what was deleted from the films. This guy's not a fucking jackass. He knows his shit.
And
he's currently working his way through the Freddy films.
And I bet, and I haven't looked at his YouTube channel or anything, I bet that he doesn't have enough subscribers than he actually deserves. I bet he has.
Right now he's at 482,000.
Yeah, he's doing okay, but there are people with 8 million, 5 million, hell, 2 million subscribers that don't even fucking deserve them.
But I will say right now, if you're listening to this show on YouTube, look up Dead Meat. This guy's fucking awesome.
Cool.
His production value is 10 times above ours, which means he actually has a set. But
yeah, we both work full-time jobs, and I do this on the low end as far as money goes.
Obviously, we don't give a fuck. That's our point. But when he talks about shit, like he actually has shit that, like he says stuff that I'm like, yeah, he's right.
Cool.
I'm 100% behind it. Anyway, but because of this show and the fact that she's playing these video games now, like Dead by Daylight, where you can play like classic horror film characters.
Okay.
She's into like all of a sudden she's into Leatherface and Jason and shit. She's like, oh, let's watch the Jason films. The other day, I actually was upset because she watched Nightmare on Elm Street 3: The Dream Warriors her mother without me.
Yeah, that scene where Freddy is swallowing the chick. It's so bad, but it's so much fun.
Part 3?
Yeah, isn't part 3 where it's like his head is huge and he's like slowly swallowing like somebody in the movie?
Oh, the neck, yeah, the face, the worm, yeah. I know what you're talking about, yeah. And it's like Holly texts me, said, yeah, I'm watching Friday the 13th Part 3 with Lilith. I'm like, fucking bitch.
Oh, I thought it was you said Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
But she messaged me that. I was like, God damn it, how come I'm not there? I fucking grew up with that shit.
Right?
You know. Yeah, but she's like, yeah, well, Scott,
you should ground her.
Chucky films with me. Yeah, well, you watch the Chucky films with me? I'm like, dead on. I'll fucking watch Chucky with you no matter what.
Yeah, let's do it.
I just dropped the laptop on my foot.
Oh, that's not good.
That. No, I'm good. All right, anyway.
All right, we're 10 minutes in and we haven't reviewed Lady Bird yet.
All right. Yeah, welcome to the Moviesucktastic, everybody. I'm Scott. I'm drunk.
Saoirse Ronan. Man, I love Irish chicks. Oh. Sorry, what? I said Saoirse Ronan. Man, I love Irish chicks.
Anyway.
She's like your quintessential Irish chick.
I'm Scott. The guy who likes Irish chicks is Joey.
Yo.
This is Moviesucktastic, and we review bad movies.
If you're fair-skinned and you burn in the sun easily, hi.
This is Moviesucktastic, where we review films, usually bad films,
right.
But when the Oscars come around, we review the top Oscar nominees. And right now we're on our 4th episode trying to get out all 9 Best Picture nominees.
Not our 4th episode.
And this episode, we're reviewing Lady Bird.
It's not our 4th episode. It's our 4th week. This is our 7th episode.
All right, yeah. What he said.
What I said.
because we're recording 2 episodes a night because we have to burn through the 9
Right.
fucking Oscar films.
Scott needs
because the
alcohol
Oscars
to get
decided
through it.
5 best pictures a year isn't enough.
No. Nope.
Yeah, because we need to make room for Lady Bird.
Yeah, we need to make room for movies like Lady Bird. Now,
Right.
normally when we have 5, for the most part, I'm not digging at least 3 of them. Like there's like 2 movies when it's 5 that I was like, oh, okay, I like those 2, and the other 3 are like, bleh. Of the 9 so far, the only movies that I truly loved were 3 Billboards, Shape of Water, and Get Out. Everything after
Agreed.
that, I'm just like, meh.
And
Dunkirk. I mean, Dunkirk, I think, is a well-made movie, and I think Christopher Nolan wins director and picture because he's deserving of it.
Or as I like to call it, where can a guy take a fucking shit?
Right. But as far as the best film so far,
hang on a second.
I think I'm going Shape of Water or 3 Billboards.
Ow.
Ow.
Fuck. The
All right.
ceilings are low down here.
Make sure your new house doesn't have low ceilings.
No, fuck. They're all vaulted ceilings. Fuck that shit.
Good. Now I haven't seen the Post or Phantom Thread yet, so I can't make that ultimate decision of what I found to be the best movie.
Those are our last 2 films we have to see. Correct. Yes.
But none of these movies truly stands out to me where it's like my mind is fucking blown. This movie is so good. This absolutely deserves Best Picture.
Well, last episode we reviewed Call Me By Your Name, and there was some blowing going on there.
There's plenty of blowing in that. Yes. And it wasn't just my mind.
Okay, so let me start. I'm going to start off the bat with our review of Lady Bird, in that, so far out of all the films you watched,
right,
this is my least favorite film.
Lady Bird.
Yes.
Let me see. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. Of all the films so far,
so fucking thank you.
Well, I told you when I first saw the film, I told you, I said, I don't think it's a bad film by any means, but this praise that it's getting, I said
it's
that
not a blind side by any means.
No,
it's not a bad film.
But I had told Scott, I told him that I had seen the film, and then I said that it's not a bad film by any means, but I am not on board with the praise that this movie is getting. At all.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Really? Who the fuck? What lazy ass motherfuckers are giving this film 100% on Rotten fucking Tomatoes? Please.
Female director, female lead. It's not a bad film.
MeToo.com. I get you. I understand.
It's just no one is just like they weren't going to give Wonder Woman a bad review. They're not giving this film a bad review.
Dude, you know what? I understand. I empathize. And I agree to an extent. Yes, women are getting fucked over left and right. This is the year of Trump. This is the year of, hey, maybe we should start mentioning the fact that every other guy in Hollywood fucking wants to rape us. I agree with that 100%, and I'm on board with the Me Too movement. And if this film wins Best Picture because of it, I will still be angry, but I will understand.
Right.
But Lady Bird is another coming-of-age film, and please, if you be so kind as to direct me to the one non-cliche part of this film, and I will thank you.
No, the movie is all cliche. Everything down to the gay boyfriend.
No. Let's clarify. Down to the excited about school stage plays and singing. Turns out to be gay artistic friend. Yeah, no shit. Really? Okay. Yeah. Because
everything from her ditching her friend to be part of the cool crowd and then going back to her friend.
Ditching the fat friend, by the way. Let's just underline that, because that's where it's not the friend, it's the fat friend. It's the fucking fat friend, because it's always the fucking fat friend in these girl movies where, I'm popular now with the skinny rich bitch. And can we please, if we're going to do a film about like lower class people, the poor people, which I'm all for, please. I'm so tired of rich people problems. But can we do it where we're not comparing them to rich people and say, hey, this is about poor people, but she befriends a rich person, so we can have like scenes with them in the pool and stuff and doing rich people things because that's more cinematically like obvious. Fuck you. Really? That's where we're going with this? What was that? Alan Arkin. What was the Alan Arkin film? Late in the 90s.
I know. Slums of Beverly Hills.
Slums of Beverly Hills. It's like that shit over again, but let's cross it with Juno, but take out all the parts that are fun, and just make it about a boring, poor snot bitch, artistic teenage girl who wants to be. And you know what? The first time she says, "Why can't I be like the girls in like the magazines?" I understand. The third time she says it, fuck you. You know why you can't be like the girls in the magazines, because you're not skinny enough and your tits aren't bigger. Fuck you.
Seriously. As a picture of her being super skinny and not wearing a bra. It comes up in the slideshow.
Exactly. You know what? All right. I just it's
that's what I'm thinking when I look at this picture.
This whole film with me was like all right, Juno did it better and with more fun.
Yeah.
And I'll let you take over because I've lost words.
You've lost the words to speak.
Lost the words.
You've lost the words, sir. So this film, in a lot of ways, it's also a mother-daughter movie. She has this strained relation. Well, it is a little bit. She has this strained relationship with her mother. Her mother is.
Oh, there's shock. A teenage girl with a strained relationship with her mother. Wow. Where could I find that except in my fucking house?
Or, on 10 different channels on TV right now. So
exactly. Oh,
it's she has a strained relationship with her mother, even though by the time the film is over, she's thanking her mother, which is in the trailer, by the way. It's like one of the last scenes in the movie, or is the last scene in the movie. As a matter of fact, that is the last scene in the movie is in the trailer and TV spot.
Wait. You mean the scene where the girl that keeps trying to escape her home, like her town, like at the end realizes that what she treasures most is the place she was trying to escape?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I didn't see that coming at all.
Now, I don't know if the film is loosely based on the director, because...
It is. It is, by the way.
It is. I think, I got that feeling because they keep... Not that they keep saying it, because they're not. They just keep showing side-by-side pictures of her and Lady Bird, Saoirse Ronan's character. So I just get the feeling after watching it and looking at these pictures, because I put this slideshow together, I was like, oh, this is probably loosely based or more factually based. What? Oh,
yeah, rub it in. I know. I didn't do a slideshow. I apologize.
No, nobody knows this. Nobody knows this. Nobody knows this. So you don't. If you bring it up, you draw attention to it.
I should, because I'm a horrible person because I didn't get the slideshow done.
You're so terrible. I'm telling you. I'm glad you're moving to Texas. Fuck you.
Yeah, I deserve that. I deserve it.
Stop. So anyway, she has this strained relationship with her mother. It's a small part of the film, but it is a part of the film. And that's cliched. She goes to Catholic school, and all the kids are in some ways rebellious. That's cliche.
Oh, yeah, I never saw that coming.
Her boyfriend turns out to be gay. That's cliche. Then she gets a new boyfriend.
Again, not her boyfriend. The Glee stage play loving, musical talented boyfriend turns out to be closeted gay.
So then she gets another boyfriend who is actually Timothée Chalamet, who was in the last film we reviewed, Call Me By Your Name. He is like in this rock band. He's the cool kid and whatnot. She becomes his girlfriend, and of course he's that not so much an asshole, but he's just a uninvolved, kind of self-important douche.
Teenage? You mean a straight teenage boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and the first time you see him, you have no idea that he's not going to come out to be a reliable love interest.
Right.
No, because he keeps smoking and reading the history of the United States of America or whatever it was. Which, yeah. Really? Because if they had him reading fucking Being and Nothingness, it would have been too cliche. And we can't have that for this film. Because, it's California after all. We can't have him reading French people book. It has to be an American book. Seriously.
And
really? What the fuck? I told Holly, she was at work. I was watching this. She went to bed. It's like, don't bother. And how was the film? It was a coming of age film about a teenage girl. It's like, oh shit. That was her response. Oh shit. No. And you know what? She was a teenage girl, and she was like, fuck that shit.
I have to and if I want to talk about parts of the movie that I liked, I think I like the father, just because he seems so broken down and beaten.
But they do that on purpose.
They do it on purpose.
And, yeah.
But I didn't find myself enjoying the film more often than when he was on screen, just because of the way he was. Maybe because it was just a different change of direction for such a cliched film.
You know why? Because you and I are both older men that have kids, and we're like, yeah, I understand this guy. He's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm happy to be alive.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, I'm not fucking dead. I don't care. That's what you and I bonded with, because that's the only thing we had to bond with in this fucking film as middle-aged straight men.
And as far as
was just the part of, yeah, I'm gonna lose my job, but at least I'm not fucking dead yet. Fuck you.
And as far as what I liked about the movie, I think I liked the opening of the film, and then that was kind of really it. As far as something I could take away that I actually really enjoyed.
Please refresh my memory.
Well, the opening of the film starts off with her and her mother in the car, and they're just going back and forth. They're having this back and forth argument. And
hold on. They finished listening to The Grapes of Wrath on book tape.
That's right, on audiobook.
Right, and then they immediately go into this fucking argument, and which ends with her jumping out of the fucking car.
Right, and that was that was the only part that I was just like, oh, there was yeah.
That was the last part of the film I enjoyed too. You were 100. I agree with you 100%, Joey. Yes. And this film peaked 10 minutes into the fucking film, and this film peaked before the opening fucking credits, and everything after that was a letdown. Fuck you.
Yeah, my sister-in-law vehemently hated this movie, and she
the tattoo artist.
Yes. she texted me. She texted me after she saw it to let me know how much she hated the movie.
Now
I didn't hate the movie, but I didn't really enjoy it either. So
that says so much to me that your sister-in-law, who is a fucking tattoo artist, who probably lives the fucking alternate culture, and she didn't like this fucking film.
Right.
Thank you.
She thought it was a pretentious piece of garbage.
Hey, you know what? I feel so much better in my opinion of this film that somebody whose opinion I respect on that level hated the film just as much. Fuck you.
Well, I think hate is a strong word. I didn't hate it, but I certainly didn't like it.
Now,
it was an okay movie.
May I be honest?
Sure.
I went into this film knowing nothing about it except the fact that the director and writer was a female, and the main character was female.
Right.
I knew nothing about it. This is obvious because I kept calling it the gay film because I just assumed the main character was gay because it was a female film.
I knew nothing about it as well, and I knew it wasn't a gay movie. So I guess the difference is in the pudding.
I still feel like my interpretation of it as a gay film still stands. So I went into this film blind.
Difference in the pudding.
Really knowing nothing about it. And now I have grown up. I've I've been through Welcome into the Dollhouse,
Right.
Juno.
Right.
Feel free to throw out any other female like focused films of that type. I mean, I'm not insensitive to the female character.
Kids.
Or kids. Oh, Jesus.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, I know you are. I know. Yeah. Oh yeah. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna fucking say?
You were saying you've been through films.
No.
Oh.
When you say kids, I'm thinking of like an alternate version of that. I'm like, Jeepers Creepers 2.
Oh. Yeah.
But I'm not immune to the idea of like a female character, teenage female character lead. Hey, I like Stranger Things 1 and 2.
Well,
the
yeah.
TV show.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, I'm okay with that. Harold and Maude. All right, not teenage girl. I get you. But anyway.
Teenage boy, but yeah.
But I'm just saying. I just said not teenage girl, so I admit that.
But there are a million people that don't know anything about Harold and Maude, so I just elaborated a bit.
Yeah.
I just elaborated a little bit.
They need to go. If you're listening to this and you don't know what Harold and Maude is, go back and watch Harold and fucking Maude.
And then watch My Dinner with Andre.
Right. Yes. And stop watching fucking television.
Yeah. Stop watching MTV. Stop watching reality TV. Just go watch watch something with substance.
I was thinking like stop watching Glee and Will and Grace and watch real fucking movies. But anyway,
well, yeah.
I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit. Point me back on. What point was I getting to?
You were talking about movies with female leads.
This film sucks. All right. Only because it's like, oh, she's artistic, and she's like rebels against her poor parents, and they live next to rich people, and she wants to befriend rich people, and she betrays her like fat friend. Again, her fat friend has to be a fat friend. God forbid we fucking had a skinny friend who was geeky, but then it's either the geeky friend or the fat friend. It can't be both, and it can't be neither. It has to be a geeky friend or a fat friend. There's nothing less than fucking cliche about this fucking movie than fucking anything. Even to the fucking aspect of fucking Catholic school being the fucking place you have to fucking rebel against. Because God, and then again, and the whole idea is everything she rebels against, she goes back to, because she rebels against and we have to have the nun tell her, oh, you obviously love this area. Really? Yeah. Because in about 20 minutes she's going to confirm that. And then she has to move to New York City, the East Coast, and realize how fucking shitty this is. And like, oh, yeah. And then right back to her mother, call her mother, say, yeah, I remember, I loved where I came from, and I love the Catholic school. I have to go back to the church after I get drunk because, everything I rebelled against, I actually love. This is a fucking conservative film, and this is a conservative film in liberal clothing. This is like this is the film where it says, yeah, you liberals, you think you hate everything, and then when you leave it, guess what? You're gonna wish you were back in the church, and you're gonna wish you had like fucking like restraint, and wish you understood, and I bet you wish you had read Atlas Shrugged too, because that's a fucking genius book, Fuck you.
I was on board till you said Atlas Shrugged.
This whole film was like a conservative film in liberal clothing. It's like, yeah, this is the liberal girl, but at the end she realizes everything I love in life is conservative. Fuck you. This whole film is a fucking sham. This film is pretending to be feminist and pretending to be liberal, and what it is like, yeah, by the way, all that stuff you love, at the end, you're going to come back to the church and you're going to come back to worshiping rich people because that's all you fucking have. Fuck you. Fuck Lady Bird.
Fucker.
I rather fucking blow an apricot flavored dick than fucking
apricot
buy into this bullshit. Fuck you. Napoleon Dynamite was more grounded in reality than this fucking movie.
I like Napoleon Dynamite.
I don't, and I'm still saying it's more grounded in reality than this piece of shit fucking wannabe rebellious, but at the end, oh yeah, everything that I'm rebelling against is really what I want to belong in, because really what I really should do is go back to my religious roots and fuck you.
At the end of the
Fuck this
film, when she calls her mother and she's basically thanking her about her name, because throughout the whole film, anytime anyone calls her by her real name, she says, "My name is Lady Bird." She doesn't want to be called, anything but Lady Bird. I think her real name is Catherine or something like that, or I forget what it is. Because you only find out until the end of the movie what her real name is.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Really?
Is it really 100%?
Apparently, from what I was reading, for a brief period, it held the record for 100% rating until somebody dared to give it a negative review.
Yeah, and it was 99%. Yeah. Did they change their review to a good one, and now it's back at 100?
Fuck this film. Really, this is what we're striving for. This is what we're striving for.
Yeah.
This shit that could have been done in the fucking 90s.
And I hate to keep bringing
television.
I hate to keep bringing it up, but when movies like this get nominated, it makes me even more angry that Nocturnal Animals did not.
Best Picture. This is Best Picture. Really?
Yeah.
Now let me underline. It's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie by any means, but I just didn't enjoy it.
The only reason this film was painful to me was every 5 minutes I'm watching, I'm thinking, Best Picture?
Huh.
Really? Best Picture? Best fucking picture? Really? Best Picture? No. Best, not Best Screenplay. Best Picture? Really?
No. I just took a look on Rotten Tomatoes for Nocturnal Animals. It's got a fresh rating, but I find this... No, I shouldn't say I find this hard to believe, because there's just a lot of dumb people that didn't get the...
A lot of fucking dumb people.
Well, it didn't get the amount of things that were subtle, things that were just way out in the open, and the brilliance of the film. It's only 70... Nocturnal Animals is only 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Now I'll give you... I'll admit, Nocturnal Animals isn't everybody's cup of tea.
No, I know.
I would not recommend... All right, this does not pass the parent test. I would not recommend Nocturnal Animals to my parents. I don't think either of them would enjoy the film. But I really feel like the Oscars should rise above the... would you recommend this to a random person? And hit the point where, hey, this is artistic expression to a point beyond the fucking mainstream audience. And Lady Bird, there's nothing above mainstream to that fucking film.
Yeah.
And again, not a bad movie. I'm not saying it's bad. Honestly, you brought it up either this episode or last episode. I'm a little drunk, so I forget. But The Blind Side and An Education.
Oh,
like
right.
that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were films there. I was like, yeah, these films fucking suck. I haven't seen a bad film this year yet. This film is the lowest I've seen so far, and I wouldn't call it a bad film. But when you're talking Oscar nomination,
oh yeah,
I understand we've been through a lot as a country. Our expectations have been lowered a lot, but can we please rise above this petty bullshit and admit that an artistic teenage girl rebelling against poor parents and trying to get into artistic schools, and then at the end deciding that she really values her religious and poor roots is not fucking original, is not fucking groundbreaking, and it's not even fucking interesting.
So on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got 247 reviews. 3 are rotten. It's got a 99% rating. I want to read the 3, just the little blurbs.
Okay, please.
Okay. I suspect that many audiences who return to Lady Bird will be disappointed as to how the movie stands up It is a much worse movie the second time around, I promise you.
I agree.
Written by a man, so I'm sure he's receiving tons of shit for it.
Yeah. Anyway.
There's this person, his name is Eric Estrada. But it's not the actor Eric Estrada.
Of course not.
It is an unfortunate game in which a film seeks its identity while chasing a ghostly character who in turn seeks her own personality. Bad review.
I would need to see more of that review, but I feel like we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. And then the last one, the only other one that is not a good review, is written by Alicia Queen. So it's female. It's a female woman. Just like its title character, Lady Bird is quirky and sentimental, but despite best attempts, never really defines itself into anything meaningful.
Thank you.
And then the other 244 are all best film I've ever seen, ever. God, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Fuck all of you.
Oh, you'll like this one. This is a positive. With writing and direction this smart, Lady Bird is a joy to watch.
That's it?
That's it. Well, I mean, there's more, but I'm not going to read the full review.
Maybe it's because I grew up in the 80s, where this kind of film was like every other fucking made-for-TV movie.
Right.
But I'm not seeing anything new here. Now, last episode, we reviewed Call Me By Your Name.
Yes.
And I admitted that since the film takes place in the 80s, by the third act, I kept waiting for the scene where the gay guys got curb stomped by, like, homophobes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Not because I wanted it, but because it was the 80s, and I kind of felt like this was a twist we're waiting for, and it never happened. The second shoe never dropped. With Lady Bird, please bear with me. This is not like a weird male macho need or anything, but there were certain scenes in the film where I kept waiting for, where I kept thinking to myself, "This is where she gets raped, right?" Not in a positive way. Not like I was wanting it. But
I have to say, I didn't think of that one time. I just have to point that out.
All right, so like my wife, I had a point where I felt by myself, this film's not rapey enough. Except this wasn't, like Ghostbusters.
So this is the last positive I'll read before I'm just done with it. Lady Bird will stay with you long after the credits roll. It won't. Helping it become one of the definitive coming-of-age movies of our time. No. The greatest coming-of-age film, the greatest coming-of-age film of our time is Stand By Me. End of fucking story. Done. There's no... You could argue with me, and that is the definitive coming-of-age film. It is the greatest coming-of-age film ever.
Now, here's what I find interesting about this challenge by you, is that we just reviewed two films in a row that are technically coming-of-age films.
Right.
Call Me By Your Name and then Lady Bird, both of which a lot of their... a significant portion, less so with Lady Bird, more so with Call Me By Your Name, a significant portion is evolved around sex. You have highlighted a film from 20 years ago.
More. 30.
What?
30.
All right. Don't fucking do that.
Sorry, but it's 32 years ago.
We're fucking old enough as is. Stop helping.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, the film you're choosing from a few decades ago has to do more with death than with sex.
Yep.
So I find it interesting with the middle-aged male perspective that your idea of a coming-of-age story has less to do with connection and passion. Ooh, pardon me, as it does with death and violence.
And I stand by it.
I'm not challenging that.
Oh, I know
I'm saying it's an interesting perspective.
Well, thank you.
Now, if you ask me to pick my favorite coming-of-age film, wow, I hadn't even thought of this until this point, which is weird because I prepare for these shows. But if you were going to say, Scott, what's your favorite coming-of-age film? Now, Harold and Maude is my first choice just because I love the film and it has to do with sex, death, and young boys and old women, which I don't know. I got a weird thing for, but I'm trying to think like if I was going to pick a coming of age film, if it would come closer to sex or closer to death, and I think Harold and Maude kind of comes to both.
Okay.
More death than sex, but like death is there, but sex redeems it. But like I wouldn't have jumped to Stand by Me. Not Stand by Me. Stand by Me.
That's what I said. Stand by Me.
What's the other one? What's the other film with the high school?
The high school.
Yeah, the black teacher with the high school where he barred the doors and stuff.
Oh, the.
What's that called? Is that Stand by Me?
The song.
Stand by Me.
Well, no. You're thinking of the song "Stand by Me," which was in the film. But
I'm saying, yes.
That's the one.
Stand by Me.
Yes, the film you're thinking of is with Morgan Freeman, and that actually is a true story based on the high school in Irvington, New Jersey.
Right. It's not a Stephen King novel.
No,
or short story. What's that called? That's called Stand by Me too.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
No, it's not. It's shit.
Lean on Me.
Lean on Me. There you go.
It's Lean on Me. Yeah,
close enough. That's a great film, by the way.
It's okay.
No, Morgan Freeman really brings that one home. I mean, without him, it's an okay film. With him, it's a great film.
Yeah, he's better when he's playing God.
Stop.
See, like you've got me thinking now, and I'm in a quandary here as an '80s child.
Why don't you bring it to the show next week then, so that you really pick the right one?
Well, I'm just saying, like off the top of my head, like it's like coming of age film, Scott. Like, I don't know, Goonies. As much as
I love Goonies. I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go Goonies.
This is the kind of question that I honestly feel like I'm a bit deeper on a philosophical standpoint. So when like you say coming of age film, I feel like I have a lot of soul searching to do.
I mean,
I really do.
If you really,
I can't just like say, yeah, the film about four like white male kids looking for a dead body. I can't commit to that any more than I can commit to. The snotty fucking lower class artistic bitch that thinks she's better than everybody else until she goes to New York and gets like too drunk.
Yeah, for me, Stand by Me. For all intents and purposes is nearly a perfect film too.
Well, but from a male perspective too. Don't forget, you're thinking of coming of age from a male perspective and a younger. These aren't teenagers. These are prepubescent children.
Yeah, they're like 12 years old.
Exactly. Prepubescent.
Yeah.
I stand by that.
They're so almost teenagers though.
No pubes. Prepubescent. because Sutherland.
Kiefer,
thank you. Kiefer Sutherland is the pubescent male. He represents pubescence leading into adulthood, and they rebel against him. So it's really not even a coming of age, almost as like a rebelling against coming of age, if you think about it, because Kiefer Sutherland is the coming of age man character in that film. So you're actually bringing up a film that's about rebelling against adulthood.
By the time that movie ends, they've grown up a little bit. It's definitely a coming of age.
Emotionally, but they're rebelling against this idea of manhood, the stereotypical manhood, and they're coming against that on a philosophical and an emotional level. But if we're talking sexual, emotional, which is what Lady Bird comes to, I think that I'm not arguing with you against your decision, but I'm saying that there's an element there where the film actually rebels against the idea of the masculine male adulthood, and they're coming of age, but rebelling against the idea of coming of age. And we could.
I don't know. I'm not going to.
I think the Sandlot even like exemplifies my point.
I like the Sandlot. I wouldn't choose it as
That's why I'm bringing it up.
My top.
I can't stand that fucking film.
I don't understand why. That's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
All right, then I don't think you could choose a coming of age film.
I will. I promise. Next episode, I will tell you my quintessential coming of age film, and it won't be.
Aside from Harold and Maude, I mean, it can be if that's your choice. That's your choice.
It's not my choice. I guarantee I can come up with something better than that.
Okay. But I'm saying it's Stand By Me, and that is my decision. I will not change my mind. I can guarantee it.
And again, everything I said, I'm not trying to change your mind.
No, and you won't. But I know what you mean.
It's an interesting concept, and especially when we consider male point of view versus female point of view, and sexual versus philosophical, emotional. Because again, there's nothing really sexual involved in Stand By Me.
Hardly
anything. It's really more philosophical, emotional, maybe a bit about, again, more death than sex involved in that.
Right.
So it's interesting that that's the parallel. I don't know where I fall into on that. I have to do some research.
Okay, you do that.
When I say research, I mean I have to do some soul searching on that.
Okay.
But please remind me, because next episode when we come back, before we review the Oscar film, I want to weigh in on this because I made way too much about it.
Yeah, it's been going on for about 10 minutes.
But
now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to end the show because we're 45 minutes in.
Okay, long story short, Lady Bird can suck it. It's a cliche fucking film. It offers nothing new to the genre.
Right.
And as far as Best Picture, so far from everything I've seen, it is the least qualified candidate for Best Picture. I would prefer Get Out has more qualifications for Best Picture than this fucking mediocre piece of shit.
This is one of those films where remove this movie and put in Disaster Artist. If you want to look for a movie to have Disaster Artist sneak in, this would probably be the film to remove.
If you swap those two films, I wouldn't blink an eye. Like, all right, they're both as deserving, which means they're both equally undeserving. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, so let's go ahead and rate this then.
Oh.
And I can guarantee you, and you know what? It's actually interesting. Lady Bird is only a 7.8 on IMDb. There's a lot of people that aren't buying the hype.
You know what? Rotten Tomatoes is all like professional critics.
Yeah.
And professional critics, honestly, there's a bit of whorishness in there. Not 100%, but I mean, like, there's a level of like, this is what's expected. IMDb rating, as much as I disagree with a lot of them, is a bit more pure.
Yeah. So, like, for instance, it only had 6,000 votes that gave it 10s. It was the least, as far as the most votes given, 10s were the least amount given.
Now, IMDb has, like, almost 50,000 votes, and it's around 7.8.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now.
Right. Honestly...
9,500 votes went to a 9. Almost 15,000 votes went to an 8. 11,000 votes went to a 7.
I hate that you can see these demographics, and I can't.
I think you need to open it in a different browser.
I think so, too. But, so... Now, just to show that I'm not being obscenely unfair.
Okay.
Last episode, we did Call Me By Your Name, and we gave it 7.
Yes.
I will easily, without flinching, give this film the same rating.
I was actually thinking a 6.
I would go 7. I'm okay with 7.
Only because it's above average, and a 6 would put it at that, and a 7...
You know what? I'm okay with a 7. I feel like, what's her name from Roseanne that plays the mother?
Oh, Laurie Metcalf.
Great fucking performance. Even the lead character, she gives a great performance.
Oh, Saoirse Ronan, sure.
It's not a badly written film. My main complaints against it are mainly that I've seen this shit before, and the film offers absolutely nothing new, but it is orchestrated properly. I don't feel like a 7 is a bad rating. I would easily give it a 7. If you wanted to push me to an 8, I would argue.
No. Fuck no. I'd almost want to
okay
push
with a 7?
Yeah, I'm okay with a 7. If I'm pushing you anywhere, it would be closer to a 6. But
so we're cool with 7.
We're cool with 7.
All right, 7 it is. It's rated. If you go to IMDb and for some reason you're able like to search people's ratings, Moviesucktastic is in there. Actually, like if you click on it, it says Moviesucktastic, and then like in parentheses, my name S. Michael Wilson, with the pretentious first initial. So our ratings are there. You can like see our ratings on IMDb under if you do a search for Moviesucktastic.
Where would you do a search in the the search feature?
I have no fucking idea. I don't know how IMDb works. I have fucking idea.
I've never actually searched for us.
But our ratings are public, and like right now, like your ratings, the first 5 that show up are Get Out a 7, Darkest Hour a 7, Dunkirk at 8, Call Me by Your Name at 7, and Lady Bird at 7.
Wow.
It shows us by year and like let me it has a bunch of like different like variations here. If you go by history, comedy we average 6.9, romance we average 6.7. Basically we average 6 for most stuff. Thriller we average 5.9.
Okay.
Top rated years are for Moviesucktastic, our top favorite years are 2014 and 2015. I don't understand most of this. I mean, I don't know what we've rated.
I mean, are these statistics that only you can see?
If you go to Moviesucktastic, you can see all of this.
See, I don't know where to go on IMDb
I don't either.
IMDb
is a fucking joke. Really, honestly. As far as like community or what's the phrase now?
Group
social media. As far as social media goes, IMDb is still a fucking joke. I can't tell. I don't know where you go to look at this stuff.
Because when I do a search for Moviesucktastic on IMDb, it brings me up to This Movie Sucks.
We'll promise. Lifetime Filmo. Why do we have like one? We have like badges here. Lifetime total 10+.
Oh.
I don't understand what any of this means. Yeah, IMDb is a fucking joke. Really.
All right.
Like if you're not looking for movie like times and alternate like titles, it's a fucking joke. But it's the standard, so there it is.
There it is. All right. So let's go ahead and end this shit. We're trying to keep these shows under an hour. This week, finally, we were successfully able to do that.
Yeah, and the more drunk I get, the less likely it is, and I apologize for that.
Anyway, as always,
I don't really give a shit. I do apologize.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I'm too nice.
I don't give a fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
fuck it. I don't fucking care. Sorry, everybody.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, episode 269 of Moviesucktastic. We are getting up there.
Ow.
Yeah. Go to our.
Hold on.
What?
Stop the music. Stop the music.
Stop the music.
Stop the music.
Okay.
I want to point this out.
Oh shit.
I've been listening to the old episodes of Moviesucktastic.
Okay.
I went back to episode number, I think it's 6.
Oh God.
Where we
6. Which one is?
Now,
hold on. Let me see. Is 6 Avatar? No, that's 7.
No.
What is?
We
6?
talked about a Christmas Carol.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, I want to point out just I was listening to that on the drive to work a couple nights ago, and I was like, let me start at like 6 because that's the first episode I can actually hear on my car radio because my car radio is like as a Bluetooth speaker.
Okay.
Because my car 2009. So I'm like, episode 6 is where to start because we can actually hear ourselves now. And episode 6 is very important because there are two things stated in episode 6 about the Oscars that need to be repeated right now. One is we both agreed. I was like, Joey, is this year this is like our fuck you to the Oscars, we're done with them, right? And he's like, yeah, fuck the Oscars, we're done with them. That's number one.
That's number one.
Number two is
that was 2000. That was 2009, right? That was when they went to 10 nominees.
Yeah, it's just a year after because we're bitching about that.
Okay.
And then after we say that, like a minute or two after that, Scott says, "Joey, I've got a great idea." Yeah, what? This year we should like record ourselves watching the Oscars and like talk about it while we're watching it. That's the episode where I came up with the idea of what we've been doing since fucking then.
Well, and you know what? That was right. You came.
It was I didn't remember that. I listened. I was like, "Holy shit, that was my idea." I was like, "Yeah, it was my fucking idea," and I regret it to this day. But
you came to my house. You came to my house. We hung.
Put the mirror up.
We put the mirror up so we could watch the show because we put the couch up against the TV. And this is what the ironic part about that is. You know how we have our show now where you have your little box of video in the bottom corner? I have my little video in the bottom corner. We did the exact same thing. We were superimposed over the TV. You had us sitting in front of the television you saw us and then the TV behind us displaying the Oscars. There's two things I remember. There's that. There's three things. There's that. We hung the microphone from the ceiling, from the drop ceiling.
Right.
And we did like a boom mic type of setup.
Uh-huh.
And also, that was the year that Cablevision or Comcast, I forget which provider, dropped ABC. And we were the only place you could watch the Oscars for like an hour. Right. And we kept posting that on Facebook.
I have one more to add to that.
Oh, I have one more too. That was the year. That was the night that Sean gave us Human Centipede.
Oh yeah! God damn it! I thought it was gonna be the one. Yeah. While we're doing the whole Oscar thing, like Sean tunes in, is like, "Yeah, have you heard about this Human Centipede thing?" It's like, what the fuck is that?
That was that night.
And you know what annoys me about that? It was like 5 years previous to that. I would have been the one saying, "Hey guys, have you heard about this shit?" And like it was like the changing of the guard. Sean was like the one that's like keeping up on the shit.
Right.
Yeah. And they sew the chick's mouth to his ass. I was like, "What?" I remember. Like I can go back to episode, but I remember vividly, like reading that. Like that's not a real film. There's no fucking way that's a real film.
Well, then he sent us a picture. They had a still shot.
Yeah.
Which is...
I was still like, that's not a real film.
Yeah. That picture is the scene that I have in the opening that I did. The scene from Human Centipede.
Don't I?
No, I don't. Oh, the scene you have from yours is Dieter licking blood off the stairs. And he also
Peter. The other one is him in front of the
dry erase board. Yeah.
Yeah, the PowerPoint scene where he's like, yeah.
And he says, "Yeah, so you're to your ass," and then he winks at them.
Yeah,
then he gives them a wink.
Rohypnol.
Rohypnol.
Oh fuck. But I just had to bring that up because it was literally 2 or 3 days ago. I was like, holy shit, that's the episode where the whole Oscar thing became a thing.
Right.
And that's before the whole vomit thing.
Yes, it was. The only thing I regret about that night is not being able to save the video that we took. I think we recorded it onto your laptop, and we live streamed it. and I don't. It was on your old laptop. I don't know if you still have it or if you've even formatted it.
I still have it.
I don't know if it's even still on there.
I'll look because I still have my old laptop.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
I mean, don't go too crazy trying to find it, but it's not in our live stream. It's way too old. It's been
this thing.
Turn it around. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the HP.
That's the laptop.
The HP. It should be the model number is an HP NC 6400. I think you might have to open it. It's in the bottom right.
Open it. I'm not opening this. All right, I'll open it.
It's in the
But
corner.
I'm pretty sure
when you open it up, it's underneath
the one that fell off the truck, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, one that fell off the truck. I've got it.
Okay. Now I don't know if it's still on there, but this is like 9 years ago at this point.
I didn't
That's how
realize
old that
we
video
have
is.
it. I'll look if it's still on there. I'll have it.
It would be neat if you did.
Not tonight though, because
No,
I'm fucking hammered.
no.
But
now we've gone over an hour, so thanks.
I'm sorry, but
It's okay.
honestly, that had to be shared.
Of course.
When I heard that, I was like, I haven't had a chance. How busy I am, I haven't had a chance to even post it to Facebook, on our Facebook page or anything. But it was like, holy shit! Episode 6. That's where the Oscars became a thing.
Very cool. I'm glad. I am glad you brought it up.
It was my fault. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's all your fault. You bet. This whole thing is your fault.
Fuck me.
We've told that story 1,000 times where Scott and I were hanging out. We're talking about, we watch movies and then we talk about it afterwards. Scott leans over to me. Well,
which movie specifically?
The Hitcher.
The Hitcher remake.
Yeah.
And I turned to Joey and I said, there are people that record themselves talking about this shit and like post it as like a podcast.
Right.
He's like, podcast? What's that? That's it. That was it. And the story.
And then I think you said, there are people with like 70 episodes doing this shit. We could fucking do that.
And it's like the same shit we just do like when we're sitting together for an hour and a half.
Yeah. 270 episodes later.
That's right. Fuck you all. We're making you listen to our bitching.
All right. Episode 269, 270, and 271 will be next week when we do the post and Phantom Thread.
Wow.
And then we will take probably a week or two off before we do our Oscar show. Because it is not easy cramming fucking like 10 episodes in 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
It's not. Dude, episode 300, you gotta come down to Texas.
Episode 300 would be around 80 episodes from now. Yeah, I think that. We'll probably be out there.
We'll do fucking Texas. We'll do like Chainsaw Massacre or something.
As a matter of fact, the Salt Lick that I was talking about, there isn't one in Dallas. They're building one now in Dallas. So by the time I come out there, it'll be there. Because the famous one is like 3 hours from your house.
You know what's near the hotel I just booked?
What?
In Dallas when I looked for houses? In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, I get to have I get to have my first In-N-Out Burger when I come visit you.
Yeah, Holly's never had one. I had one once 5 years ago. It's fucking on.
Nice. I hear it's the best. I always go back to that scene in The Big Lebowski. And Donnie's like, oh man, In-N-Out Burger. Those are good burgers. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
They are.
Where are you going to meet him? By an In-N-Out Burger? Oh, those are good burgers. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Anyway. Go to our website at Moviesucktastic.com. Anyway, that's right. Go to our website at Moviesucktastic.com. Download the show there. Listen to the show there. Tune in live every week at 8 o'clock and hang out with us. Go to iTunes and you can listen or download the show there as well. Go to Facebook.com/Moviesucktastic. Everything we talk about from when we go live to trailers to just everything that is interesting to us gets posted there. If you want, you can email us. The address is themovieguys@Moviesucktastic.com. If you want to send us a voicemail, it's 908-514-4470. If you do either of those, we'll show them on the show. The music is fading. Fuck
yeah.
Go to our Tumblr page at moviesucktastic.tumblr.com. Download the free app for your Android device. It's 100% free. Everything I said is in there. You will not be disappointed. Do you have any words of wisdom, Mr. Wilson?
Not really.
Well, any words is words of wisdom when you say them.
Well, fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We'll talk to you next week. And that's actually the truth. So, Scott, you don't have to chime in and say it's going to be in 5 minutes, because it actually will be next week.
Will be next week.
It'll be next week.
See you then.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
There's your words of wisdom. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.